What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Trinity Wolf, and yes, it is me. I know this is gone, and this is gonna go too, because it's just time for it to go. But the main reason for the facial hair is it was just irritating me, and I like to shave it every once in a while so I can get a full cleaning on my face, because I can't really get down here with all that goddamn hair in the way. But this is gonna go too, so I already am gonna get some of y'all in the comments, because most of the time when I do this and I don't say nothing about it, I get people in the comments that are just like, why? Where'd it go? But yeah, it's just one of those things I do every once in a while. We're not here to really talk about that. This is gonna be for my, pretty much the deck profile. This is the deck I've been kind of working with for the past few weeks. And of course we have new sets and new stuff coming out, but this is the deck that's been working out the best. Of course, I always make little changes along the way, but right now I think this is the strongest it could possibly be. So before we get into this awesome deck profile, if you are new to the channel, please destroy that subscribe button. We are on the march for 2,000 subscribers. Hopefully we get it before the end of the year, but 500, reaching for 500 more people, it's kind of a stretch, but y'all can make it possible by sharing this video and hitting the thumbs up button for me. I will say this for the deck. This is probably like the best thing that you could probably base off what you want to do for your build. And of course, I'm changing the deck immediately for myself because I'm trying a fun build for right now. I'm gonna do like a whole Destiny Hero dominance thing where I go back to just manipulating my opponent's deck or even mine and then just doing spells. I'm just gonna do some silly shit. You know, I've got my invite. I don't really have to like do anything super hardcore, but of course I like to take it to the next level for you guys. But anyway, that's pretty much all I got, and hopefully you guys enjoy this video. It's been 3 weeks since we've done a deck profile. I have a few of you wanting my Edison deck profile. I could let y'all have that, but I'm still trying to like perfect it. You know, I want it to be perfect. Like, it's a shits and giggles deck, to be honest. I mean, come on. I'm using like Dunker and Blade Master and even Doom Lord. Like, it's just for fun, but I'm trying to get it to where it's actually scary. Like, you see a silly card, but it's actually terrifying. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's really all I got for you guys. So without further ado, let's just jump on into this deck profile. Alright you guys, so let's just go ahead and jump right on into this. So, of course, our pretty standard Vision Hero package, obviously 3 Ferris. I'm still missing my 3rd quarter century, but we'll get there eventually. I don't know why, it's been very hard for me to get. And then of course, double Valiant, win increase. I just hate seeing this card still, so we're just gonna keep playing it at 1. I don't care what anybody says. Now, of course, triple copies of Stratos, very, very important. I think we're just gonna have to play 3 of this from now on. It's just the best card for us to start with. It's either the best bait, and it's either all or nothing when it comes to Stratos sometimes, so I definitely wanna see 3 copies of Stratos. And of course, 1 liquid, double mist. Of course, 1 copy of Elemental Hero Neos, and 1 card that not everybody plays, but I think you should start playing. 1 Spirit of Neos. Being able to protect ourselves from battle is also really cool, and also the fact that we can also use his effect to either get the counter trap or maybe Favorite Contact in case Infernal Rage was either stopped or you just didn't have access to getting it. So I love playing Spirit of Neos, and also even grabbing Polymerization. And of course, for our Destiny Hero package, 1 Plasma, 2 Malicious, with the Denier and the all-important Dark Angel. If you guys haven't seen, or from my understanding right now, Super Poly is becoming a problem once again. So Dark Angel is probably going to be the more used monster compared to Plasma this format, because Super Poly, it's not because of our deck obviously, but other decks are becoming an issue. Because I went to one of my locals and I literally got Super Poly'd, like, not just in the one game, but I got Super Poly'd like almost 4 times. So Dark Angel is definitely becoming very needed to play to avoid getting Super Poly, because obviously we have a very easily Super Poly board. We have most of the time nothing but darks, and now everybody's starting to play that fusion monster that requires 2 warriors. Of course, it's not to even deal with us, it's to deal with Baron de Fleur and IP Masquerena. So, not IP Masquerena, sorry, the Little Knight. So Dark Angel is probably going to be way more effective this format than Destiny Hero Plasma, which really sucks because I really like using D-Force with Plasma, but considering that I haven't really seen any other matchups, other decks are starting to just understand that everybody's starting to play Super Poly again. So I don't know if that's making people change their decks, but I haven't seen Unchained in a while, and I haven't seen other certain matchups where Plasma just destroys them. So Dark Angel is starting to just take over for being our best bet for this format. And obviously we have our one Cross Keeper, Love Cross Keeper, being able to draw 2 additional cards, and also being able to special summon an elemental hero from the hand. And then 2 Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring. I'd play 3, but in all honesty, I don't have another secret rare, so I honestly don't feel like playing a regular one. And then for spells, triple Hero Lives, 1 Reinforcement of the Army, 1 Foolish Burial, these are basically our searchers, and then also the 1 End Shuffle. Now, one card that I'm starting to recommend everybody start playing, even though it's probably going to get hit on the ban list pretty soon, I'm playing 2 copies of Pot of Prosperity. Also because, you know, sometimes you break, and being able to dig into the deck to be able to help you out is a lot easier. Also, there's a lot of times where if you open up Pot of Prosperity in Fusion Destiny and nothing else, you can either choose to use Pot of Prosperity to maybe grab another starter so you just don't only go Fusion Destiny, or if you Fusion Destiny first, most of the time you're not going to be drawing any cards anyway off of Fusion Destiny's effect, because, you know, you don't really have the option to draw with Cross Keeper because you're not really going to be special summoning an elemental hero that turn, or even Liquid Soldier for that much. So you can go for Fusion Destiny combo, get DPE out, you know, use your Destiny Hero combo, and then you can Pot Prosperity into either searching for an extender for next turn, or maybe even grabbing of course, Rivalry of Warlords, or any other card that you might be needing to dig in for the deck. So Pot of Prosperity is really good to either just help unbrick your hand, or just being able to just grab any extra card that you might need. And of course, you know, it's really hard considering our extra deck space, but there's some obvious choices that you can make. And if you know you're gonna blow your opponent out with the Dark Angel, it's, you know, it's pretty simple. And I'll probably go over the cards that I banished. But anyway, like you already saw, triple Fusion Destiny, very needed. 2 Palmerizations, 1 Miracle Fusion. This is never going to change for me. And one interesting one right now, 1 copy of Mass Change. Mass Change hasn't really came up too much, and obviously if you know you're going to get Joeled and you start with Hero Lives, I just immediately go for Shadow Mist to search for this card. And plus you have the Cross Keeper as well to be able to special summon Shadow Mist to get this into your hand. So plenty of ways to search for Mass Change. And then 2 copies of Forbidden Droplet. I actually have a 3rd. I've just been honestly enjoying it at 2. And then 1 Call by the Grave. That's it for spells. And then on for traps, 2 Imperm, 1 Favorite Contact, 1 Protection of the Elements, and then 2 copies of Rivalry of the Warlords. Now, some of you might be wondering what's the use for the Protection of the Elements. I'm just kind of getting tired of like blowout spells, to be honest, or even evenly matched. I mean, if they have the Dark Angel, of course, you're not going to have to worry about the evenly matched. But certain blowout spells, like, I mean, example, like Dark Ruler No More, there's like nothing we can do to stop that. Like Dark Ruler No More, or even stopping a pot card, or you ash them or use a DPE or just any kind of monster effect and they try to go talents, negating talents or thrust. There's just a lot of powerful spells that I would just rather stop with Protection of the Elements. And also, your monster comes back at the end phase, so it's not really like you're losing anything. And of course, Rivalry of the Warlords just completely craps on a lot of cards, especially if you've already given them the Dark Angel and now they're locked into Warriors. It's pretty much GG unless your opponent is a freaking Infernoble player. Now on to the extra deck, of course. We're going to 2 copies of Cross Crusader, 1 Wonder Driver, 1 Infernal Divisor, 1 Dread Decimator, and 1 little interesting choice. We got the Dark Charmer. Honestly, it's only came up 1 time and I never even got to really do anything with it. But I'll honestly say what this is supposed to be. It's going to be that XC's monster. The new one that just came out. I cannot recall the name of it right now, but the one that you can just basically slap on top of a monster if your opponent special summon 2 or more monsters from the extra deck during the turn or the turn after. That's pretty much what that's going to be. Because there's some times where your opponent's going to flip over, you know, like D-Barrier, Call Fusion, and then there's nothing else you can do other than just links and stuff. So I was thinking, you know, you get the special straddles, do some other stuff, and then just slap the XC's monsters down if your combo just can't continue to go any further, and then you just kind of just hope and pray with that monster. So that's pretty much my insight on it, but it's just it's gonna be a very powerful card, and just there's kind of, funny enough, some weird free space in this deck right now. Then of course we got Sunrise, Ab-Zero, Wake Up Your Hero, Infernal Rage, and Shining Neo Swingman, and then a new addition that I've added, Escorido. I finally decided to put this back in the deck, considering that if you do go Fusion Destiny, you're still able to at least draw some kind of cards with him. So you could, you know, use Crosskeeper to special like Mist out of your hand, get a mass change, and then Fusion summon into this guy with Liquid Soldier, and then you can just draw your 4 cards, put a card back. So that's pretty much the only reason why it's there, and also to help you OTK better if you go with the Fusion Destiny and you have to just go with that combo alone. And then of course just Master Hero Darklaw, Blast, and DPE. And that's pretty much just it for this deck profile, you guys. But before I go, I will explain most of the time what cards I hit with Product Prosperity. I realistically only go for 3, but if I really need a card, if I'm going for 6, most of the time I'll hit Blast, Escorido, the Absolute Zero, the Dark Charmer obviously, the Dread Decimator, and then one of the Cross Crusaders, because realistically these are the most important cards of the deck. So of course this Crosskeeper is just extra. These are just kind of just there, to be honest. These are the most important cards. So these are my 6, but if I were to go for 3, I'd honestly go, but my choice for 3 would be that, Charmer, and then either Blast or Escorido, depending on how I think my combo is gonna go. But other than that, guys, this is gonna be it for the deck profile. Please destroy that like button, hit the subscribe button if you are new, and that's gonna be it for this one. So I'll see you guys next one.